I'll tell you when.
Okay.
All right, we are live. What's up, everybody? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? I am back in the building. It's your girl, Angie, aka Angie's World, and I'm with my homegirl, Maya the Bee. She's back in the building.
Yep, I'm very excited to be here tonight with you, Angie. I've been loving the show. Congratulations on your 100 plus subscriber. That's awesome because you've only been doing this
Like a
like,
month. Well,
yeah,
no, since Thanksgiving weekend.
yeah. So see, that's really like a big progress. So you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you so much. Shout out to, Maya the Bee, like I said, Gully TV and my peoples at What's the Numbers TV, my peoples in Clubhouse, everybody that helped me, get my subscribers up and my friends and stuff like that. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, 100 on the road to 100 million. So we'll see. I'm so happy to have you back because you're one of my favorite people to talk about hot topics with. So today is not a podcast. If you guys are interested, Maya the Bee, what were you on? Episode 2? I
Yes.
think you was on episode 2.
Yes.
I
Yep.
had Maya to be on episode 2 on my podcast, and it's a really dope podcast. Go check it out because we did like a deep dive in Maya's career. You get to know her family background, how she got into the music business, all of the classic interviews she did, and you really just get to know her and her career. And she did a lot of dope stuff. So if you're interested, you could watch the podcast on my YouTube or check it out on Spotify. You could go to Spotify or you could go to Apple and just type in Angie's World Podcast and you could check it out there. So, we got Maya back today, and today is not really, excuse me, Storm. Sorry. As soon as I start recording, my cat has to go crazy as usual. So today we're just going to kick it. It's really relaxed today. I got my sparkling salsa water here. And I got my berry vodka.
Like
So,
it.
so we're just chilling tonight, and we're just gonna be kicking it about some hot topics. Now, Maya, there has been a lot since the last time I saw you for the holidays. First of all, how have you been?
Great. Everything is amazing. I'm glad that we're in 2020 and we're healthy. Still dodging.
2022, girl.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Been a long day. Maya had to work today, so did I.
I'm stuck in 2020. Yeah. So I'm just happy that we made it. So it's great.
Absolutely. So many things have been going on. So before we get to what everybody's talking about, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky expecting, before we get into that story, I haven't seen you since the whole Kanye and Kim separation, Julia, Pete. Tell me your opinion on this whole media frenzy where first let's go into the whole okay, so Kanye and Kim are separated. They both moved on. She's dating Pete Davidson. He's dating actress Julia Fox.
Right.
They've been prancing around town, living their best life, kissing and making out everywhere, chilling with Madonna. What's your thoughts on this whole paparazzi tour that Kanye is doing with Julia Fox? Are you feeling them as a couple?
I mean, I think it's doing a lot. Like it looks like a production. It looks like a Kanye West production to me. It doesn't really look like a true love kind of situation. Everything is so staged and rehearsed from the pictures looking like they're a Vogue magazine spread. These aren't just like pictures that are like, oh, candid self. These are like set up $1 million looking pictures. They probably had stylists. So I really believe Kanye is a little bit mentally, I don't want to say challenged, but I'm sure he has some sort of depression, maybe some manic shit going on. And he like is trying to make him jealous and trying to also show the world like I've moved on, and and he loves publicity. So I feel like this is a total play for whatever he has coming out. That's kind of my take on it. What do you
Mm.
what do you think?
Well, You know what's so funny when you said that the pictures were staged? That picture of them in the closet making out, I
Yeah,
heard people be like, "So did they go and set up the camera and then put it on timer and then run back on the floor and get on top of each other and take the pictures?" It's
right.
like, yeah, it's I mean,
They had a
he
whole crew there. That was the sets. I'm telling you, that shit, they probably had a trailer, food. That was like set up like a real production because they were on the floor in the changing, like it's supposed to be like a fashion shoot and stuff.
right,
He's just so extra over the top. I'm here for it. I want to watch. I'm definitely
right.
interested. She's
Absolutely.
gorgeous. She's interesting looking. She was in, what is that, Hidden Gems, or she was the girlfriend in Adam Sandler's girlfriend. And I think everybody was going crazy when they saw her body in that movie. She does have a dope body. So he knows how to do it. Madonna, what the fuck? I mean, have you seen this woman? She looks
Girl,
like a video girl. I'm like, are you like now one of these just video chicks? Like
her
the face.
ass is out. Did you see that picture of Madonna with her BBL out with the stockings?
Yeah, I just wait for 50's post. I'm like, let me just see what he's gonna, because he's gonna just he just roasts her. It's too much. It really is like, I get that she's getting older and she may feel like she needs to compete because unfortunately that's how our world is, and women feel like when you're losing your youth and beauty, like you got to do whatever you can to hold on to it. I mean, I feel that way too, but I'm scared of surgery and stuff, so I'm like, I'm not scared yet. I'm gonna be just old and wrinkly. But I think Madonna took it way too far. Yeah, the whole thing is a production. That's why I'm like, you have all these characters in there and they look like staged. So I don't know. He knows people are going to talk about Madonna's body and stuff. So it's like this whole thing is a great media frenzy for him.
Absolutely. It was Julia Fox was on a podcast a couple weeks ago, and she was basically saying that she that it's very regular for her to date billionaires, that it's not a big deal that she's dating Kanye. She's not doing this for the fame. And she said she basically said she was just supposed to go out to eat with Madonna that day, and then Floyd and all the other celebrities showed up and it turned into something. So I don't know. I mean,
Again, staged. That is a
right.
script that she got. She was not on this level. Okay. She just made, I don't know if that was her first movie, Hidden Gems. I
I
really
didn't
didn't.
see that movie at
It was,
all.
I mean, a lot of people liked it and they thought it was awesome, but I personally wasn't, I wasn't like blown away. But she did stand out in it. But this is a huge look for her. She'll
Oh,
probably get
absolutely.
movie.
And have you noticed that, it's Kanye West, he has a thing for, the whole Build-A-Bear vibe. Like she's his American doll and he's
Right.
like building, he's dressing her the
Exactly.
way that he would dress Kim,
Yeah.
putting her out there on a pedestal. It's almost like she's his new accessory, like she's his new Birkin or something like that.
Exactly.
And I'm
Exactly.
here for it.
Mhm.
It looks like, I
He
mean,
did that to
listen,
everybody. He did that to Amber,
he did.
but that is also very toxic and
Yeah.
narcissistic for him to feel like he's that dude that has this like amazing overarching, fashion sense that he can bring Kim Kardashian to a different level. It's like it's very, I don't know. That is like his vibe to me
It's
is
very like him thinking he's God or something, like God,
exactly.
like,
Exactly. And he's gonna like make you a masterpiece and all this.
right,
So
right,
and some girls love it, like they're like, oh, do me,
right. Shoot,
But
do me, Kanye. You can style me, but I don't want to be in a relationship with you because that's a lot right there. But I really do care about Kanye. I just hope that he's happy in his relationship, that she's making him happy, and I'm here for him. Being happy in his relationship, but to move it along a little bit, what I did take his side on was the whole situation that happened where he came out in the media and caused this whole frenzy that he couldn't get into his daughter Chicago's birthday party. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yes, and I have a different point of view than you do because I'm from a divorced family, and I also know toxic men. I'm going to say that, toxic narcissistic men. And Kim probably does all the dirty work for the kids, and he shows up to be the hero at birthdays and things like that. He probably, is, and this is just my opinion, everybody, don't jump out the window, but I just feel like that whole cry for help to the public was just a setup for him to, get access to that, be involved. He kind of flipped it like, oh, she's gonna resent me if I don't come to these big moments. No, she's gonna resent you for not being at the little moments, like when her tooth falls out, or when she learns something new or sees a star for the first time and you are not there.
Right.
That, to me, those are the really important moments. But if you're just showing up at the big moments, like, that's not
right.
So I see it as a divorced child, from that opinion, where, I did have parents that just showed up when it was convenient for them. So I saw it like that. And then for him to air that out on, the whole thing was fucking weird mentally. Like, you could see this crazy ebbs and flows of his mood from being like, and she's not letting me see. And then the next was, I'm so happy. It was amazing. Travis, and Kylie, I want to give them a special thank you. I was just like, okay, yeah, somebody had a little downer right now to keep them calm. I don't know. To me,
yeah,
he's an interesting character.
He definitely is interesting. I mean, the way that I saw it, I did have a little compassion for him because, like, even when they came out and said, like, oh, Kanye, bought the house across the street, to stalk,
Right.
Kim. I kind of didn't buy that. I figured that he bought the house across the street to be closer to his kids. And he did clear it up. He was like, listen, 2022, I'm telling my own narrative. Like, I like to take my kids to school. I'm part of my kids' routine. I bought the house across the street. I don't play with my kids, this, that, and the third. Right. So I think with the whole party thing, the way that he came out and said, like, I wasn't allowed the address there. I wasn't told that she was having a party. Oh my God, my cat. Look. What? Y'all, you gotta stop. She literally just jumped on my back with her nails. I'm gonna need.
Like, oh, this hair looks wonderful to climb on.
Hold on one second, y'all. Nope. We gotta get her up out of here. Come on.
Nope. No cats have been harmed in the taping of the show.
Sorry, Maya.
No, this is so funny.
She literally, because the chair that I'm sitting in, I'll let her sit on it. I have to put like a special blanket over there to let her sit on it because it's like that blush colored, like velvet, like suede kind of. It's a pretty chair.
Right.
So she thinks it's her chair. So while I'm sitting here recording, she decided to jump on my back. I just can't. So anyway, moving along. Yeah, it's saying basically like, oh, they didn't invite me. I want to, attend my kid's birthday party. The baby mama's playing games. And he even took a shot at Kris Jenner. The grandmother's playing games. And he even was a little bit petty, Maya, because he was like, I called Chloe. No, he said, I called Tristan to see if Tristan could ask Chloe the address. He said, and they didn't want to give me the address. That was his indirect way of letting us know that Chloe is still messing with Tristan. You peeped that, right? He could have said, I called, it's because honestly, when we saw the pictures, we saw that it was a dual birthday party. It was a Chicago and Stormy dual birthday party. So he said, Kylie and Travis gave him the address or whatever. So he didn't have to tell us he called Tristan and Tristan asked Chloe. That was his way of saying, like, your girl Chloe is stupid. She's still with Tristan after this baby. And he took a shot at Kris Jenner and said the grandmother's playing games too. So I don't know, it kind of did like pull on my heartstrings. And then to think about it, like I really do think, Maya, that they let him in because, you know, the Kardashians, they make their living online. They don't need that bad press. So when Kanye went to the public and was doing his cry for help, the family probably had a meeting and said, listen, we better give him this address to get him in here, because if not, we're all going to have to turn off our comments because
Right.
the people are going to kill us online. Because, I mean, you could even go in Kim's comments and people were yelling at her, why can't you let Kanye in? Like, you know, they were just all going to get killed
But do you
online.
see how he set that up to be
Yeah.
like that? If he was worried about being a good father, he would have never put that online. He
He
easily,
wanted his way.
yeah, and he wanted to also put people in a bad light, because in that video that you saw released, he's sitting there laughing with Kris Jenner.
I
Okay, and
know.
I don't know the Kardashians at all, but we know them from their show. And I
Yeah.
think they're very who they are. They show us who they are. I don't think they're ganging up on Kanye. I think they want to all love Kanye, especially Kim. She is like, you can see that she is really affected by this and that it crushed her. I mean, she has 4 kids, but when a man is mentally abusive, you can't have that around your children. And he is like, the things that he, just because I've been in these relationships and now I can see the warning signs of mental abuse, and it's as bad as physical abuse, because it's a prison that you're basically in, and you're, you know, constantly at you know, a target for this person that you think loves you, and then you're trying to be stable for your kids. You know how mothers are, they want to shield their kids from any
Yeah.
crazy shit. So I really think that we see the Kardashians in a dark light, and we see them in you know, this famous light that they are. I don't think that they're, you know, doing anything to be malicious against him. I just think
Mm-hmm.
so unstable, and he's just all over the place. Probably this whole thing with Pete Davidson is messing with him too, and you know, he's just lashing out left and right, and it's unfortunate. But
What do
anyway, I
you?
support him too. I just want to say that
Yeah.
Kanye is like one in my top 5. I mean, there's music now that is like a little bit weird to me, but like, you know, Graduation, all those albums before were classics, and he is a true genius, but mentally I think he needs like some serious rehabilitation support. So
Yeah. No, I hear you. And what do you think about the Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian relationship? What do you think about that?
I haven't figured Kim out at all, because she's had such a strange kind of like history, right, with like relationships, but I think she's finally looking for someone who just to like, who she likes it to be around, who makes her
Right.
feel good. You know, she probably feels a lot of pressure with Kanye, who wants her to look a certain way all the time. And he's very, you know, he's like, he's a genius. So he thinks he comes first with everything. So she probably feels good being the older woman too, with David. What's his name? Dave,
Wait, what? Pete Davidson.
whatever the fuck his name. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say he's ugly. To me, he's kind of, he looks sickly, like anemic or something. He looks
I think
like,
it's the circles under his eyes.
yeah, I'm like, you look like you belong in the Addams family or something. But I mean, maybe he's like, you know, obviously he's got a good situation in the bed, because he's had so many beautiful women, you know, so, or maybe he's just so funny that girls don't even care in bed. But I don't see that
What
happening.
they had him and Machine Gun Kelly in, I don't know if it was Penthouse. It was one of those magazines, and supposedly they both are packing because they were underwear pictures of them.
Oh,
So, you know, if Pete Davidson is packing, then I could see Kim Kardashian wanting to, you know what I mean? And then
yeah.
if he's funny too, and he's from New York, you know, he's from Staten Island, so he probably got a little swag about him.
Mhm.
My family lives in Staten Island, and my aunts were telling me that Kim and Pete were at a restaurant like last week or the week before, so she's constantly out here. It's more of like a low. It's really like the opposite of what Kanye has. Kanye is like, on deck paparazzi constantly, lights, camera, action, and Kim is eating pizza, low key with
Right.
Pete Davidson.
Right.
But I do think low key, she is a little bit jealous of what's going on with this new girl, because she been posting a lot of thirst traps, and she did post a picture of herself last week with a suit on, and then the caption says "suit yourself." So
Right.
I think people are like, I think attention is a drug, and I think that a lot of people are, the apple. Julia Fox is the apple of paparazzi's eye now, and Kim
Right.
is used to being the apple of paparazzi's eye. So I think there might be a little bit of, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think Julia Fox can come close. She doesn't hold shit.
no,
You can't hold what is it? A candle, a
a
flame,
flame, a match.
whatever. She's not in her league at all. This is
No, she's icon status now, Kim.
yeah. So this girl is cute. She's an up and comer. It was a good look, for her, and it's a good look for Kanye.
Right.
But she definitely doesn't compare to Kim. And
No.
I think Kim and her family are gonna take the high road. I think Tristan just didn't want to snitch because he's already in so much trouble that he's like, let me not. I don't want to get involved in this. I already have 5 babies on the way. Let me just,
Girl,
call
that
Travis.
that is a hot mess. Oh my gosh. Okay. So getting off of that, the next thing is Rihanna and ASAP Rocky are expecting a baby. Yay.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yes, congratulations to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. What are your thoughts on that? Are you like, I'm so happy for Rihanna.
I feel like if you're not happy for Rihanna, you're like the biggest hater on the planet because she, first of all, took her time. She had so many guys interested in her. She really showed women too that you don't have to just rush into it in
Right.
your 20s. You can wait and have a baby later. A lot of 35, I think, is considered being what a geriatric pregnancy.
Geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah, so it's like, and they were showing Nicki Minaj had hers at 37. So it just sets a tone where get comfortable with yourself, who you are as a person, and then, like building your family. That's totally fine to do it that way. And
Right.
she's so amazing. Like, I just love Rihanna. She can do like no one in my eyes.
She is literally unapologetically herself all the time, and she's super real. And
Right.
another thing I like about Rihanna is, like, at the end of the day, she's in her choice of baby dad. It showed everybody. I mean, she's on top of the world. She could have easily had a billionaire's baby.
Right.
She has a pick of the litter. You understand what I'm saying? But obviously this relationship is about love and it's not about money, because if anything, ASAP Rocky, his stock plummeted to have a baby with Riri. Not to take anything away from him, he's doing his thing in the fashion world. He's definitely made his mark in hip-hop. He's doing his thing. He's ASAP Rocky. But to have a baby with Rihanna, that definitely plummeted his stock. But I think that she's in that relationship, she just really loves him. She brought it back,
You mean like it skyrocketed his shit? Like
hell
made
yeah.
Oh yeah. But
Like,
wait, have you ever seen an ASAP Rocky show? Because I never been to one, but I remember watching, was it South by Southwest or something? It was fucking I was like, what? I didn't realize like what a movement ASAP Rocky is. I mean,
yeah, for the youngins.
I love it. I was like, okay, this is, and all the, white kids in college and like everybody was, and I was like really kind of blown away by that. So yeah, but he definitely, it's a big look for him, but he does, he's a really talented guy. And what I do love is that it was a Harlem dude, like, out of, a New York dude, wipes her up. So that says a lot too, because we all
absolutely know. He repping for New York. But what I mean by his stock went up, it's like Rihanna's a lister. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Her money is beyond. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He definitely has a cult following. He's definitely super dope. He got that like Travis Scott kind of cult following of people and stuff like that. But it's kind of like when you get in that relationship, like which segue me into this, the rumors of Young Miami dating P Diddy. Now, Young Miami is dope in City Girls, but when
Right.
you put her with a mogul like Diddy and they taking pictures for New Year's Eve, all of a sudden her stock just went up.
Right.
She went from I'm a twerk, I'm a ratchet city girl to now okay, elegant opulence. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like certain relationships you get in, like Nick Cannon, Mariah Carey. It's like your
Right.
stock goes up after that.
Right. Totally. Yeah.
So
I
I'm
mean,
definitely here for it. And ASAP Rocky, that's
right.
what's up. That's a good look.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder what, I mean, I'm like, is she having a girl because she's wearing pink, or like I was trying to figure out, because they know at this point. So
Probably.
we'll see. She's gonna be a great mom.
I
So
know.
I'm excited for her. It's gonna be. It's just
Me too. And Rihanna's not even that old. Like everybody's like, oh, she waited till
she's not
later in
old.
life. I think she's like early 30s.
Yeah, she's 33. She's not old at all. But compared to these doctors that are saying that 35 is a geriatric pregnancy when women are having babies till 50 and 60,
Right.
just sets I don't know if that's some sort of capitalistic ploy that America has put on us, that we need to have babies early. Maybe they want us to just have senseless children, because let's be honest, I'm so happy I didn't have a baby with anybody I was with in my 20s. Okay, I'm so happy I'm
Same.
not attached to those dickheads still to this day, because I
Same.
had a child with them. So like, this is not good exactly for capitalism of our country, because there is less children now. They're saying that people are opting out of having kids. That's not
Right.
good for this consumerism here. So anyway, but keep going. What were you?
Oh
What was?
no, I was just saying, I agree with you. I don't think she's old. I just think
No.
and the way I look at it, it's like, like you said, our taste in our 20s is not going to be our taste when we're a mature 35-year-old woman. I would
Right.
definitely tell people to wait before, they make that move, because your tastes are definitely going to change from your 20s to 30s. And I look at it like this. I'm in my late 30s. I ain't in no rush to have kids. If it
Right.
comes to the point, my career is first and me being comfortable financially is first. If I get to that point where everything I have is around me and I'm all good and I don't have any kids, I'll have enough money to buy one if I want one. Everyone's like, buy one? Yes, I'll go purchase a kid in one of these countries. It's not a problem. Right
Right.
now, I'm worried about traveling, seeing the world, and
Exactly.
getting my finances where they need to be. Kids is
Right.
not even on the radar for me. So I'm not going to let society put that in my head that I need to do this, that, and the third. No.
Exactly.
All
Right.
right. Oh, and then while we're on that, the brat and the fiance are the brat. The
And
brat
Big
and
Booty
her fiance are expecting a baby as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, her name is Big Booty Judy, right?
I
She's
I
the
don't
one.
know what the fiance's name is, but she's so pretty.
That's her Instagram page. But yeah, I am, again, that's very dope. They're doing it their own way. I love that we have examples of this, because we need to start, being more disruptive to the traditional kind of landscape that we've been shown, where you have to be in this marriage and then you have your babies and da 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 da. Like, you can do things completely up.
Your way.
Yeah. So I love it. I'm here for it.
The only thing I don't agree with is what Nick Cannon is promoting. Spread your seed everywhere.
Well, you know what I think is hurtful is that his son just passed away and he's having another son. And for men, they can just replace.
Right.
While that baby's mother is crushed.
This is
Believe
a
me,
different mother he's having a baby with
I don't
now?
know. Is it?
I don't know.
I was confused. I think it's a different one, but because I don't, but maybe if it's the same one, then fine. I'm okay with that, because she's trying to heal and, whatever. But if it's another woman, and I, that's just like
It's too
really hurt.
much.
It's her. And honestly, there's something off with Nick Cannon too. Like, to have this many kids, I get it. Like, you're rich and they're going to be provided for, but you have to be active. You're like running a school, basically.
Absolutely.
Of a 10-person school. How many kids are there? 10? Like,
I
and
don't know. He's up to 10 already? That's insane.
it's so like being present, and you can't be in each one of those kids, breakfast every morning with them. So I don't know. I think that's selfish because,
Right. It
you know,
is.
I don't know. Anyway.
Because I don't care, Maya, how much money he has. I don't care if he could put them in equestrian, freaking horseback riding and charm school and they have the best of the best. I believe that kids strive in a two-parent household. And there's absolutely impossible for one man to split himself that many ways and be there for all of the kids unless he moves them all in one house. So I don't know. He's going to the beat of his own drum. So, whatever, listen, whatever, look, they're public figures. We're speaking on their life, we're allowed to because they're public, public figures. Yeah. But my opinion is he should slow down.
I'm like, again, I don't really care as long as I don't have to pay more taxes for all those children.
Girl.
I'm like, you're not affecting my world, but this is like,
right.
Anyway, but hey, if he wants to do it, he seems like a good guy though. Like, he does seem like a good, decent person. But yeah, I think he's trying to like break some sort of record or be like, men feel more masculine the more kids that they have. That's just my because my
Probably.
dad, I think he could have stopped with me and my sister, but then in his 50s, he got like a probably overwhelming, like, oh my God, I'm going to be old soon, and had 2 children, 2 boys again. And I was like, you were just going to relax and enjoy your life. Now you got to go change Pampers, So I don't know. I think men, though, feel like, ooh, I can, when they make a baby, that makes them feel real powerful.
Right. I think because, with older men, if they get a divorce and they start a new relationship, 9 times out of 10, if they get with a younger woman, she wants her own kid. Right. So that's why they're like done raising their kids, but they got to keep starting families. But I think what Nick Cannon is trying to do is he's trying to I think he took what DMX said, God rest his soul. DMX says something like, in the Bible, I think Jesus told Abraham to spread his seed, or Moses, or he quoted like something about how the Bible says to spread your seed all over and have all these kids. But I think he kind of took that out of context. And I think that's what Nick Cannon is promoting. But I don't think that's what God meant when he said to do that. I think that was just maybe for Abram, not y'all.
DMX also said stop being greedy. So let's say you gotta take a seat. All right, you have enough kids to make you feel like you're the man. So
exactly,
stop. Okay, you're selfish. Those poor kids are gonna need a lot of attention. So but yeah, I mean, again, Nick, do whatever you want. It doesn't affect me.
Right, exactly. All right, Maya, moving on. This is the last topic that I wanted to talk about before, because I don't want to keep you here all night, and I know you got to go. We're going to play a quick little game, but the last topic I just wanted to touch on, it's a little bit more serious. Rest in peace to former Miss USA. I think her name was Chelsea Christ, was it? Chelsea Christ? I think that was her name. She passed away Sunday morning of alleged suicide. And it is really unfortunate. She was only 30 years old. And what really got me was that morning before she passed away, she went on Instagram. She posted a picture of herself and the caption said, "May this day bring you rest and peace." Mm-hmm. And so when I saw that, I said, damn, may this day bring you rest and peace. That girl was tired. She wanted, she didn't want to do this no more. She just wanted rest and peace. And so I don't know, Maya, I think something needs to be done. I think that we're in the state right now in the world as to where we don't have great leaders. I think that, we need better leaders in this world. I think we need better mental health programs. I know it's hard for people to ask for help. And, it's just so unfortunate because you see this story. And then a few days prior, Regina King's son, 25, committed suicide. It's all these young kids.
And
And
Michael
it's,
Madsen's son committed suicide too at 26.
who?
Michael Madsen, he played in like Reservoir Dogs. His son, a few days after Regina King's son committed suicide at 26 too. So it's like these kids are taking, and these people are taking their own lives for what? It's like what is it? What is that bad and that like that you can't fix that is worth like just ending it all, So I mean, we live in a world of bullying too. And a lot of these people these three people were in the limelight because of, their career or their parents' career. And who knows that I honestly have no idea what any of the backgrounds are and why people did it, but just kind of speculating from, being in a celebrity kind of lifestyle. I know that has like a lot of pressures because people expect you to have no problems when you're rich. And most of the time those people have the most problems because they had problems before they had money. So I think it's just really sad. And then just online, like with the beauty pageant, I think Miss USA, they said she jumped off her apartment building. So so sad. But like imagine also I hate having makeup on and always looking, the part. And so I kind of like so over that. And I hate being assessed for what I look like. Imagine being that 24/7, which she,
Right.
yes, she did pick that life and she probably liked, certain aspects of it, but maybe there
Right.
were that just became, overwhelming. Whatever it was for all three of them was something overwhelming that we probably will never know anything about. But mental health it's a real thing, and we really look at it, our society, as a weakness instead of
Right.
everyone has mental health issues. Every person, no matter who you are, like at some point you are depressed. You are
Absolutely.
like no one is happy all the time. Like that's
Absolutely.
the bottom line, because you can't be in this world. This world is shitty. I mean,
Absolutely.
it takes so much strength to find happiness to try and keep going through it. So
Yes, absolutely. And the thing about it is, I've dealt with suicide in my own life. Three people that were close to me, took their own life in different years, different relationships of mine. One was a close friend, one was like a family member to me, and another one was an ex-boyfriend. And it really effed me up. But the thing about it is, this is what I've realized in life. And for anybody that's watching this that may have like, any type of thoughts of not being able to go on, just remember, like Joyce Meyer said, the battlefield is in your mind. So when people think like, oh, they have all this money, how could they ever get to this point? It starts in your mind. So when you start believing, things that are being in your head like a tape recorder, you ain't shit. You
right.
never gonna be shit. No, like once this stuff starts festering in your mind, it's like you losing it in here.
Right.
And so all the money in the world, you could buy a new Birkin, but if that tape recorder in your head is still telling you these things, your problems are going to seem bigger than any, like, so it's like a whole thing. So just remember, the battlefield is in your mind. Pray, go to therapy, get the help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And just know that emotions and feelings are temporary. It gets greater later. This too shall pass. So when you feel like it's too much for you to bear, trust me, it's not going to be like that forever. So if anybody's watching this, I don't know what kind of rabbit hole, maybe somebody 3 to 4 years from now might be watching this. Right. Trust me when I tell you it gets better. But I don't want to
have these amazing resources. Like, so society conditions us not to talk about our mental health because you're looked at as crazy and you're scary. I don't want to be locked up by accident because I told somebody, oh, I'm feeling this way. So we're so scared to even say anything about, how we're feeling. But social media, like I have friends on social media that I don't hang out with, or maybe some that I've never even met in person that are amazing friends to me and that they don't judge and that you'd be surprised. Like I remember I lost my dog, my pit bull, to cancer, and it was just so sudden. I joined this group on Facebook and
Oh,
I had like all these new friends and it helped me really get through it. We're not
yeah,
doctors or healthcare providers. We're just sharing our own experience with you all.
right.
But use your network, and if you want it to be more anonymous, there are these groups on Facebook, and that you don't have to like know people to talk to them.
Yes.
We don't want to get judged. You know what? We should mention that the suicide hotline number is 800-273-8255. If anyone does need that, because we're talking about suicide, and you never know out there. If anyone finds that useful, call them and they can help you
Yeah,
through. Those are professionals. Angie and I
absolutely.
are just telling you our life experiences, which hopefully will
Right.
be helpful to some.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, another thing that helps is, like people don't think like diet and exercise, it really affects your mood. So the food that we eat, the lack of exercise on top of like whatever problems, it makes things seem so magnified and worse. So even if just do something small, make your bed, take a shower, go outside for a walk. Like Maya said, little things, join a support group on, social media so you could connect and talk to people that are going through the same things as you. There's so many things, little things that you could do, but like repeat that number one more time, Maya, just in case somebody needs that number.
The number is 800-273-8255.
Yeah, please call professionals if you guys need it. So, moment of silence, rest in peace to anyone that lost their life. And not to end on a somber note, we have some games that I want to play with you, Maya, before we get up out of here.
Okay, cool.
Today was just a little like light live where we were just talking about some hot topics with y'all, on a Tuesday. So I got this game, Maya. You've been on my podcast before. I play red flag or deal breaker, right? So this is a little bit like that game, but it's a remix to it. Okay. So I know you got to get up out of here soon. So we're just going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. So this is called Would You Rather. Would you rather date a guy that describes all his exes as crazy or date a guy that cheated in his last relationship? Describes all his exes as crazy or date a guy that cheated in his last relationship?
Gosh, I mean, so I almost feel like the one that's crazy is like that says all his exes are crazy is a bigger red flag to me, because that just shows me you have no accountability and every relationship was someone else's fault. So that to me is a bigger red flag, because let's be honest, we've all had moments where we've slipped up and maybe that guy has a great reason for cheating. So I'm going to say the first one. What was it? The crazy. The girl calling people crazy.
So you would rather date a guy that cheated in his last relationship as opposed to dating somebody that everybody else is the problem but him?
Exactly.
I got to go with you on that. I agree. All right. So,
I said both places are scary, but
right. The lesser evil is the cheated, because it could just be a one cheat and done. All right. So the next one is would you rather date a guy that never compliments you or date a guy that never takes you out on a real date?
Oh shit, that's really rough. Because those are both like no.
I know, right?
Big no. Like if you can't compliment, because I need to feel good, like to perform well. I mean, we're Aries, so it's like if you're not telling me I'm amazing, like I'm not giving you my best. So
absolutely.
Okay. Shit. So wait, what was the other one? It was bad too.
Okay, so the other one is never takes you on a real date.
Never takes you on. I think I would. Then I guess I have to take the person on the dates. Then I'll do the dates. I'm gonna skip the dude that doesn't compliment, because that won't help. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, they both
Because
suck.
words of affirmation is one of my, love
Oh yeah.
languages. So you got to tell me that I'm fly, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. You got to really give it to
All
me.
the time. Like every day I want to hear stuff from you like that. So
How great I am.
yeah, exactly. And then I will do anything you say if you tell me how great I am. That's how it works. It's like it's an even,
Right.
it's a give and take. So
You want to keep an Aries happy, you gotta let us know that you worship the ground we walk on. We gonna move mountains for your ass.
exactly. Exactly.
Word. Okay, so the next one is: would you rather date a guy that likes to get serious fast, or date a guy that likes to play games?
Likes to get serious fast. Sorry.
Yeah, I
I
would rather that.
always again because I can pretty much tell when I'm like, I don't have one night stands ever. Like because I always, if I'm gonna have, if let's say there's some a guy like I had a guy that I was dating for like 10 years because he was, right away when I met him, I knew I was just like, our chemistry is crazy. I know this is going to be good. And it lasted so long. So for me, I'm like, that's not a red flag. Like, I don't aim to do it. Like these days, I don't go with my legs shaved to dates if I'm gonna meet because I'm like, we're not doing that these days, Maya.
Right,
We're
right.
gonna see what does this person have their shit together, and can I do a dual income with this person? Because
Exactly.
I'm not collaborating any longer with people that don't have their shit together. But anyway,
Mm-mm.
so that's where I stand on that one. What about you?
I'm with you on that. I would rather date the guy that likes to get serious fast because I don't like nobody that's playing games.
Me
We're
either.
not doing that. All right. So, would you rather date a guy that doesn't get along with with your friends, or date a guy that doesn't get along with your family?
Shit. Okay, so I'm like, which one has the more impact on me? I'm like, because my family, I can potentially, I only have a couple family members.
Right.
But my friends, it really matters
Right.
to me because that's your social circle. So
Yep.
I think I would rather have him get along with my friends because that's who I'm going on trips with and I'm
Yep.
hanging out with. And, it's really only like three people that I'm worried about them. And they're really like two of them are really hard to get along with anyway. So the
Right.
chances of that being that way anyway are pretty good. So I'm gonna
Right.
go with my friends accepting.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Because my family, I don't have a huge family and I don't see them as often as I see my friends. So
Right.
I would say that my friends are in my life more. So if you are in my life 24/7 and you don't get along with my friends, that's my family. I don't see, I see a couple times a year, but
Yeah.
my friends are a more, everyday basis. So yeah,
Exactly. And
I'm going to go with the friends.
I'm not ditching my friends for my man either. That's another big red flag too.
Same,
So
same.
if your new man is pushing out your circle, like that's not to me that's not a good sign. Like if they
No, that's
can't.
not a good look. Because those same girls that give up their friends for their man, as soon as that relationship is over, they come running back to their friends and crying. And now all of a sudden you need your friends, but you didn't nurture that relationship when you got yourself a new man.
Exactly.
So yeah. Just a few more questions. Okay, so would you rather date a man that never talks about the future together, or date a man that's never been single more than 2 weeks? So the first one is he never talks about your future together with him. And the
Okay.
second one has never been single more than 2 weeks.
Well, I'm like a huge optimist. So I think I would have to be with the guy who hasn't been single for 2 weeks. First, again, an Aries trait. I don't give a shit what you did in your past. You're a virgin when you date me. So
Absolutely. You didn't have a past.
that whole thing. You never met anyone like me.
Right.
So we're gonna just erase all that. So
I'm the
I would
end all be all.
exactly. So the 2 weeks, I'm taking that because I'm so optimistic. That's all I talk about is the future. So if you
Absolutely. Same. So
yeah.
yeah, I would go with you with that. Never been single more than 2 weeks. Got it. All right. Would you rather date a man that's going through a divorce, or date a man that's single but still lives with his ex?
Wow. Those are both danger zones right there.
I know.
Because you can, like, when I've actually dated someone who said he was, going through a divorce, but he was actually just separated, so he was just lying. So you could just, it could be funky if you are with somebody who's going through a divorce. They could be lying. There could be like that chance that he might get back with his wife and you end up
Right.
But then what was the other one?
The other one is single but still lives with his ex, and
Oh,
the
no. So I'm taking the divorce though over that, because
same.
there's no way in hell I would allow my man to live with any other woman. Or would I want to date a man that still thinks it's acceptable for him to live in that woman's house?
Yeah. I'm
That's
gonna
not
need for him to get a room, to get a garage, to get something, because I'm
get a
not with it.
couch on one of your friends at one of your friends' house. And first of all, okay, I hate to say this, but you don't have your shit together. If you don't have an exit plan, I'm gonna need you to have an exit plan at this point in your life.
Absolutely. I don't
And
care if you got to rent a storage room and live there.
right,
You're getting out of there. All right, my last question, and we out of here, y'all. All
okay.
right, so would you rather date a man that's really flaky with plans, or date a man that's a bad tipper at restaurants?
Shit. So I'm pretty flaky when it comes to plans. But that's me. Like, I don't want the man to be flaky. But the bad tipper thing, I get embarrassed in public. Oh, I don't like that. So I'm like, which one?
Right, which is yeah.
I mean, I guess I will say I'll take the bad tipper, because I can't have a flaky person, and then I'll just
Same.
do like a secret tip when we leave.
Yeah, because we could always pick up the tip if it's that bad.
Yeah, because I would, that would really, I would start thinking, that would give me anxiety. Let me just tell you. So yeah, that's not a good look though, Angie. I wouldn't be happy with that. What about you?
Me, I couldn't date nobody flaky because it shows that they're not responsible or dependable, and I can't count on them. I don't really like that, so I'm gonna go with the bad tipper. I'm typing your ad right now because before we get up out of here, I want you to tell the people where they can find you.
Yes, this was so fun. If you guys feel like you want to see more of me, you can find me on Instagram at It's Maya the Bee. And I also have a clothing store. Where's my man? Oh, this is one of my new designs.
That is so dope.
This is Catch Flight's Not Feelings collection. If you can see, this is a little unisex person dragging a little carry-on luggage, because
I love that.
And that's Cozy Sexy Cool Shop .shop if you ever want to check anything out there. But thank you all. Thank you, Angie, for having me. I'm very happy to be a part of your journey. It's great to see like how much you've grown just from the second show to now.
Thank you.
Great job. I'm excited to watch you flourish. So
thank you so much, Maya. And I have to thank you for all your help from day one. Having you on here is such a treat. I love talking hot topics with you. It is so fun. Maya the Bee is a great person. Please tap in with her. I have her information right at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna put her information to her boutique in the description, so you can shop at her boutique. She has some dope jumpsuits, like velour sweatsuits. She has sweatshirts. She has so many things. Holla at her, shop at her boutique, check out Maya the Bee. She also has a YouTube. I'm gonna put her YouTube in the description as well. Let me know in the comments. What you said?
He said it's old stuff, but there's some classic stuff in there.
She got classic stuff. Rest in peace, Prodigy. She got interviews with Max B, Prodigy. She's done so much in this game as a journalist and as an interviewer. And I'm just so happy and honored that she's on my show right now and that I could call her my friend. We've been friends for a long time, and she's just such a dope person. So comment, let me know in the description. Well, actually, go in the comment section and at Maya and tell her that you want to see her back here more often. We love her over here on Angie's World.
Yes, anytime. Anything for you. Thank you again for having me. And thanks to everybody that tuned in and is
Yes,
supporting.
absolutely. And if you're watching the replay, shout out to you. Shout out to Twitter, shout out to YouTube, shout out to Instagram, shout out to where we at? Facebook. Share, like the video, subscribe to me, subscribe to Maya. Like I said, everybody have a great week. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to be in Angie's world. And for that, I love you. Once again, shout out to Maya the Bee. Shout out to everybody. Have a great week. Thank you so much, Maya. Don't go nowhere. We out of here. Peace.